Okay, so here we go. Quantum. I see almost half of you have already heard us, what exactly we do, but I'll just be very quick and brisk to the people who are joining us for the first time. Quantum is a company formed in 2017. The company took about 2 years to set up the right set of product range and come out with an active sales model from April 2019. Yes, we have been out in the market for about last 1 year, and I'm very happy to say we've got 100 happy customers already in India. Uh, we have already expanded into multiple countries apart from India, wherein we've got people from Sri Lanka, multiple countries in South. We've got people from Africa working with us now. So we have already entered about 5 countries in Africa, and we are progressing there very efficiently. In addition to that, the company basically is headquartered out of Singapore. We have our primary R&D of hardware at Singapore, and the secondary R&D is in India. Let's move forward. This is the big question. How do we differentiate ourselves? What is the key differentiator when you talk about a new OEM like Quantum coming, and what do they bring in as a difference? So the basic difference and the baseline to whatever we do is the team and the vision which we carry. We are all field guys. We have seen the challenges. We want to address them the way they are. We do not want to go into a very upscale market as saying that we want to do something really innovative which might come handy. No, we want to address something which is right now the pain point, and we want to kill all the pain points right now. So the whole thing which we work upon is a customer-led approach. A customer-led approach basically allows us to focus on what the customer needs right now. The future R&D, the functionality which they might need, or something which can be of really good advantage to them, that's there. That's there, which like every other R&D is working upon. But the primary R&D function of at Quantum is very straightforward. We go after the customer. So what happens here is, in Quantum, R&D actually follows the client. They say, okay, fine, you tell us what do you need. What are the challenges which you need? So me, as now I'm being a sales guy, part technical, and I'm also part of the product development team. So what we do is we take the pain points of the field and run it in our kitchen in R&D, and then we build up something. So we just don't go by the typical facades of doing some certain things which people um, think they would want. We basically work out the basic functionality. We don't work on features per se. We work on functionalities which are going to help them do a productive job at what we do, whatever they want to do. So we don't go by the feature way of saying, okay, we want this, like it happens in Y OEM or X OEM. Nothing of that kind. We take out what do you want to address. Do you want a management? Do you have a management issue? Okay, let us work out a functionality for you which can help you manage better. You have a security issue, let us give you a security method which can help you better. So basically what it does is we are able to now build functionalities, and what it eventually results it is the functionalities are productivity led. So we don't waste, and we don't waste time and run around the bushes. We simply say, okay, you have a challenge, we address it, that's it. Partners like you have an advantage with Quantum, that with these product-led functionalities, we are now able to build a solution-based approach for every client, which will help you create or even lead markets in a very different way in comparison to any other OEM who's existing in the market. So customer-led approach brings us to customer needs. What are the basic customer needs which anybody wants? Period one, wireless. The wireless should just work. It should be a simple take it out of box, turn it on, and it should work without any charm. The whole idea is we need to make sure that the reliable wireless is there so that the whole exercise of not laying a cable gets successful. Scalability is one big challenge which every client has faced today, and I'm very sure a lot of people, we got over 100 people with us, and if we cross our hearts, we know that we have sold multiple controllers to a single customer because we said, okay, you want 10 access points, let's start off with a controller with 50 access points or 32 or 64 or something of that kind. And then the customer scales up, and then we say, okay, sir, you'll have to buy a new. So I don't blame you, I don't blame myself. I say, we were bounded by the restrictions, but that is a very big challenge. So a customer never buys 500 access points saying, I want to go live, I want to buy 500 access points. They always have a very humble start. That's where we start off with and say, okay, fine. You start off with 10 access point, take a 50 access point controller. Please do not invest on a 500 access point controller. We are being good at our size. However, that generally does not transpire well when the customer is scaling very fast. That's where a biggest challenge is, that the scalability should be kept uncapped for the client. That is one thing which we got a very strong feedback from the client. A trustworthy support. Let's face it, guys, limited lifetime warranty without naming the OEM has been only executed well by only one particular OEM. Rest everybody have actually extended the RMA support and the policy to such a slimy level that it becomes very difficult for clients to have a trustworthy backup as to, okay, fine, can I get my access point back? You give me a lifetime warranty support and I don't even get my access point back in a week, 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time sometimes. That's not something which a customer wants. That's where the trustworthiness comes in. The warranty clauses and the RMA fulfillment processes don't match up. That's what the customer wants. The biggest thing which every customer wants is reduction in the total cost of ownership. Now, when I say a reduction in the total cost of ownership, it simply means two things. It meant two things for me. The third thing came to me as a sledgehammer as well. First is the CapEx. They want the best of the product, the best of the solution at the least of the price. It's common to all. I would also want the best of the things at the least of the price. Second comes in the OpEx cost, the cost which they have to bear with the annual maintenance contracts or the sales support contracts which they have to buy every year. Third thing, which is most important, which has never been addressed by most of the OEMs surprisingly, was that the man hours. Every client has got deployment time, maintenance, general monitoring, you've got diagnostics and everything. They've got everything. And there's significant number of man hours which are being spent. They want a system which can take out that time, because that is the maximum cost which erodes the client. So answer to all this, we call it Advantage Quantum. Now, Advantage Quantum focuses on 5 key aspects of every network: deployment, monitoring, management, diagnostics, and security, right? What does Advantage Quantum bring in? We bring in the ease in the deployment. I'll be showing that in my next slide. We have made a system which is so intuitive in explaining everything which you see in front of you, that it's going to make sure your monitoring time goes drastically low. Management, you will be amazed by the kind of management features which we have managed to do. It's not just what number of management features, it's about how we have done it. We have implemented it in such a way that every single customer of ours is happy using our solution. And the best part and the most important part, they use our controller well. They just don't configure it and forget it. They use it well because it's now very easy to manage it. Diagnostics, which is a very key aspect to every Wi-Fi deployment. We have gotten in that innovativeness, which I'll be showing you during my second half of my product demonstration. And security, guys, I've got a complete slide on it. I'm going to run over it, and you will be really amazed by the way we have implemented the security on the Wi-Fi like no other OEM has done till now. So how do we deliver it? We talk about something which probably other people talk but do not mean. We talk about solution. Reliability of the access point goes without saying. You cannot survive if you do not have a good grade access point. Solution is something which I'll be coming back to, right? So what at Quantum, what we have done is we have created an app first approach to a cloud managed network. Though our complete brain is on cloud, the primary interface to the network is always going to be your app. So you have your phone in the back of your pocket and you've got absolute access to your network. Now, the moment you have a cloud network with you, the best thing which you get out of it is complete scalability. We give you a scalability to expand up to 10,000 access points on a single account. So today you want to start off with a client who starts with but just one access point, you might well start off with Quantum. They go to 100, we got you covered. They go to 1,000, we got you covered. They go to 5,000, we got you covered. There is absolutely no cost of expanding your management platform in whatsoever manner. Warranties are very clear and simple with Quantum. We simply say that we have a 3-year warranty on all our indoor products. We have got 1-year warranty on all our outdoor products. We don't stop there. If you got a project which demands a 5-year support, let us know. We have got stretch warranties. You can add on the support packs to give them that. You'll not believe it. We have just signed up a 50 hotspot contract with one of the uh, leading municipalities of Asia called NDMC. They have given us 53 hotspots and we are backing them up for 9 years. Simple. RMAs are straight up, no nonsense, return to bench, next business they ship. We do not get into that longer discussion of guys who are raising hand. I would really request if you can raise your raise your queries in Q&A so that I can read out without disturbing you. Quantum Secure is a security which I was talking about. I'll be getting down to it very soon. So key product highlights, just to re-emphasize: 10,000 access point scalability guaranteed. You've got an access point now which can also work as a WAN router. So now you want to set up a small store or you want to set up a set of retail outlets. You put one device, this device does the triple PoE out, this device takes care of the VLAN management, it also takes care of your DHCP service. Everything into a single box for a small network though. Very, very efficient USB port. Currently, we are using it for IoT devices which are USB based in the form of BLEs. Come May, we are releasing our next firmware, which is going to allow you to connect a USB data dongle to it. So no problems of the primary connectivity of a LAN going down. You can always back it up. It opens up new facades of opportunities in transportation, Wi-Fi, and logistics companies, which people have been looking for. All this will come to every access point which has been sold in last 1 year and all the access points which are coming in future. Software-based theft avoidance, we have just managed to create that knack perfectly to make sure that now our software-based theft avoidance ensures that if an access point gets removed from a network by an unauthorized personnel, you can take a guarantee from us that guy will not be able to reconfigure it. All you have to do is just make sure you mark that access point as stolen and your job is done. We'll be showing that to you in my second half of my presentation. The best part. Now take a scenario, lockdowns. All the countries are locked down. People have had multiple 100Ks of thousands of stocks with them, lying with them. All lying with their support contracts probably which were due to be delivered to the client probably in the month of March and April. The warranties with Quantum do not start till the time you activate an access point. How do you activate an access point? Is just when you deploy, just before deploying an access point, you do a scan of every device. When you do that, that's when the warranty starts. So you don't waste your, even if you've got 1,000 AP inventory lying with you right now, no need to worry about that. Quantum positioning, this is something which gets the maximum attention from us, from all the clientele actually, is you talk a lot of stuff. Where do you sit in the whole scheme of things between the bigger OEMs and the smaller OEMs? So what we do is we do a simple graphical and depiction of what exactly is okay. So what exactly every access point can be, every Wi-Fi OEM can be plotted against performance and price. The line at the 45-degree which you see gives you the best price to performance ratio. So you got the enterprise player, the big boys, the big guns of the industry. Nothing to take away. Absolutely spot on performance, great performing products, though burning a hole in a pocket of every client, no matter what happens. Not every client can afford it. Now, the moment the client comes back to you as a solution provider and says, can you give me something which can help me optimize the cost a little bit? You bring down to the non-enterprise OEM, and on the way, you just not decrease the price, but you significantly decrease the performance and the reliability of the solution. That's exactly what we want to address. Quantum is the right bridge between both these spaces. With our solution-based approach, which you'll now understand by the end of this presentation, we are going to stand up against the big guys. We have managed to replace all the big players in multiple customers now, starting name anybody from the colors which you can make out. We've done a replacement of them. With even the non-enterprise players, we have, with our just about the right pricing model, we have touched the market of the likes in the non-enterprise space. So we have made sure that you have got a product which gives you a solution-based approach without burning a hole in the customer's pocket, right? So that's what the quantum positioning is all about. Hardware. I saw somebody raising a question about hardware. We are all the products are 11 AC. All the products are made purpose built. The first product which you see comes out of a product which is designed to deliver a performance to a, and all the client counts which you hear from me now are practical running clients right now with us. So 25 to 35 clients is what QNI 200 supports. It takes care of all small basic requirements of mostly every house or even a small office. It can simply do that. All support 2x2 access points, like the configuration is clearly visible to you. QNI 220 is our access point, which is our flagship product right now, which takes up where QNI 200 ends at 30 to 35 clients. It takes it up to 70 clients. So we have seen a full-fledged 12-hour client load on our access points, QNI 220, with 60 clients concurrently connected all the time. Okay. QNO 230 is the industry's most uniquest access point, is what has been given as a compliment to us. We have now managed to I'm extremely sorry, somebody just sent in the chat. Okay, QNO 230 is the most beautiful access point which we have created. It's an outdoor grade 11 AC wave 2 access point, which comes with an IP67 casing. So no need to worry about any weather. The best part about this is that this also comes with, in addition to a copper port, it comes with a fiber port as well. So now you can just take any transceiver out of your stock, push it in, shove in a fiber 1G single mode or multi-mode, the way you are planning a deployment. Now you can just make a access point up. So you can use probably a solar dish to power it up through the copper port, and then you can feed up a device which is almost a kilometer away from the nearest switch. Now you can do that. You can also do a daisy chaining of putting up a fiber and using the copper to extending it to a CCTV, probably recording center or something, or a guard room or something, or a security personnel room. QNH 220 is our hospitality focused access point, just built to do about 220 to 300 square feet of standard hotel rooms. It can be used for various other applications where you need focused Wi-Fi in homes or even in dedicated office rooms or cabins. Technologies is where we are really, really passionate about. So because that's where I also get involved a lot. QNOS is our operating system which we run on our access point. So I like to call QNOS a race car driver. So I have a very, very simple philosophy. You can depict every example with a car because it connects to everybody. Now it's like if you put in a guy who drives a 1000cc Hyundai, and you take that driver and make him sit in a Lamborghini under a 3500cc engine, he'll never be able to justify it. Now you put a race car driver into that Lamborghini, that guy will get that car ticking. So that's what I call my operating system. QNOS is the race car driver which makes sure all our hardware are peaked at their performance. So the best part is, just to give you an idea of how efficiently we have made sure that QNOS performs, in last 8 to 10 months, we have made sure that our access point performance has gone up by almost 150% just by software upgrades, both on coverage and both on and the second performance as well in terms of user management and throughput ratios. Rudder is our cloud controller platform, which is the brain of the network. Now, before somebody puts up a question, Rudder will now be available for on-prem deployments as well for people who want to. So that will be a consideration which will be done and which will be launched post everything this lockdown is over. So Rudder takes care of the complete management of the network. The best part about the communication between QNOS and Rudder, they do not have to be active 100% of the time. So your functionality still functions. So your functionality still functions even if the Rudder and QNOS are not able to speak to each other at all for a longer period as well. Lastly, and that's the crown jewel of ours, that's Quantum Ace. Quantum Ace is our app first approach, app which delivers the complete uh, sorry. So which actually does the complete delivery of the app first approach which we have created at Quantum. So I'm just running this poll for people who have already seen this. You can probably skip it. But if people who want to see how we get our app first approach going and how do we make sure that you get that feeler that you don't need a laptop anymore to manage your network every day, click yes there and I'll take you through a deep dive of that. Now, the thing which I was talking about, security, what about it? So we have still our traditional methods. We still have traditional methods wherein we say appreciate key. Easy to use, easily compromisable. Username and password, slightly better than a PSK, but the problem is you never have control on the devices. How many devices do they bring in? Now, the moment you talk about devices, MAC binding is the second, is the best way right now, which is IT manager's favorite. Why? Because now he says that I control which devices come in or which devices don't. The problem is management of these MAC addresses become a big problem for these IT managers. And secondly, every OEM has a little limitation on the ACLs of everybody who can come in one SSID. So now every SSID, like I've got OEMs and you guys will know better, we've got OEMs which support just 128 max per SSID. So what you end up creating multiple SSIDs just to make sure you're able to accommodate. Ace demo has got a significant response. We'll do a demo at the end of the session and we will run it quickly for you to understand. 802.1x authentication, gentlemen, nothing to take away from it. The best, the gold standard of security for wired and wireless. The only challenge, it's a little expensive to implement. The second thing is the level of expertise needed to deploy and to maintain it on a day-to-day basis for an IT team becomes a task. So after going through all this, we as industries first Wi-Fi secure, which ensures that so they know that this is Abhijit, all right. The device, the guy is allowed to. However, Abhijit tried to use his credentials on a device which was not allowed for him. So now every user gets an approved list of the devices which an IT can control, that he's only allowed on an iPhone which has been given to him by the company and a Mac which has been given to him by the company, not the third device. So if the device does not match, or even the operating system doesn't match, the authentication doesn't go through. So you have the first factor coming in by authenticating the user. The second factor coming in, checking whether he is authorized to use this device. Third comes in even on the operating system. So with this, if the user credentials match with the MAC address of the device and the operating system of the device, then only you get access to the network. We would love to show you something about that as well if you would be interested. So again, I just want to make sure that people who are really interested into going into a little deep dive are aware about it. Okay, so now we come to the interesting part of it. we talked about right now the technologies, we talked about how the solution-based approach is there, but we didn't talk about what solutions. What the hell are you talking about, Abhijit? We don't know what kind of solutions are you talking about. You're still talking about an access point and a cloud controller and an ACE and something of that kind. What do you do when you talk about solutions? That's exactly what I do at Collab. Collab is our industry. Actually, it's an industry's first multi OEM single solution collaborative platform wherein we ask you from your industry to give us the problem statements and we help you develop customized solution. So like the tagline says, the bottom, your industries, your need, we deliver. So basically what happens is we are now able to, under Quantum Collab, deliver solutions for restaurants, for cafes, for healthcare. We have done a webinar on restaurants as well and healthcare as well. If you would want to get some information about that, please feel free to log into our YouTube channel. All the webinars are live there. We have now also done a webinar on retail. So retail, what amazing deployments done in retail, in restaurants, and even in hospitals, wherein we have now managed to crack open the complete ideology of how a solution is given. So solution is no more 10 boxes put together connected via fiber or a copper media. It is about the user experience on the other side of the access point. Till before Collab, I was talking about the user experience for an IT manager. Collab talks about the user experience in front of the access point. That is the user who's actually going to use your Wi-Fi. Hospitality. Again, PMS integration is now possible directly through an access point, which was unheard of in the past. People were still depending on a gateway-based appliance for that. So we have broken that particular myth. Co-working spaces, enterprises. We are now talking about integration with visitor management systems. People did not talk about Wi-Fi and visitor management system in a single statement. We have broken that barrier and said, now we are talking about integrating stuff which people did not think about. And yes, we have a team to develop, customize the user experience the way you want it. Education is what we are going to discuss now. So we've come to the most important aspect of our Cafe Quantum session. What do we do about education? What are the basic needs? So again, we are a customer-centric company. So we need to make sure that we quantify everything based on what the customer has given us a feedback on. Wi-Fi coverage, I see my personal problem is every client wants the best Wi-Fi coverage. Best cannot be quantified in RF because that's physics, right? So optimum is the right word to use about it. A reliable Wi-Fi, which we said, that's the need of the hour. Secured access for both staff and students. How do we make sure that the usage and the perimeter security is kept airtight? Easy management platform. It is so amazing that you will love, you'll be laughing it out that as per a study, 80% of the controller functionality are never used. Why? Because an IT manager does not even get into a certain window saying that if a network is running, let's not touch anything, let's not complicate stuff. So everybody wants an easy management platform. That's what a busting need from every IT manager. Authentication and authorization solution. So this is something which is becoming a norm in a lot of education institutes and universities, that we want to quantify how much access and who gets what kind of access. That's something which everybody looks for. Comes in fulfillment quantum. Now fulfillment quantum basically talks about how do you make sure that the things which we discussed here are brought into application. So with our multi-user MIMO technology, which we support on all our access point, we make sure that you have the right coverage, you have the right throughputs, you have the right performance, come what may on every access point. Taking the hardware out. Quantum Secure ensures you have an airtight, tight-lipped security on your network, which is a standard part of your network. Quantum Rudder and Quantum ACE coming together to actually show you how day-to-day IT operations can be simplified. and customized Wi-Fi authentication solution. Obviously, you can't assume that you see a quantum presentation and you didn't do you know, do not get a customized offering from there. Let's get into the quantum solution. So in today's date, all the AAA authentications which are there are all based on a gateway level device, a gateway level appliance sitting on top of the network, just below the firewall, to make sure I see what happening is where. What happens there is you have a 5,000 or a 10,000 user campus, you got one point of failure, which will stop authentications on all your network. That's risky. Quantum solution brings you the gateway-less architecture. And I give it to you in a very simple form. So now, So now a user simply sends out a connection request, and access point itself generates a captive portal, sends it back. The user puts in its credentials, it goes to our cloud services, collab services, and only once the criteria is fulfilled, the authentication is fulfilled, he's given the application. Now our service management platform directly instructs the access point that this guy is only allowed 2 GBs of data a day and not beyond that. So authentication and authorization now suddenly has become a gateway-less. So you don't see anything. You just see the switching infrastructure and the internet router or the firewall, which a user might have. Everything is now directly run by an access point. You do not have to go anywhere else. You do not have to rely. The best thing which it delivers is reduce in the total cost of ownership. You're no more worried about a box. So it brings down your recurring gateway costs. You've got Rudder, which is with you on cloud, no cost for that. You've got a simple hardware-less network which eliminates complete dependency on the controller or the gateway or any appliances, multiple appliances which the customers have been using till date. Obviously, all this gives you a resilience which you needed in your network, because distributed architecture is by far the best architecture which has been created. At the end of the day, while doing entire thing, user experience, which I said, which we really focus upon, is ensured that we make sure that every user experience is taken up to the next level. So what do we do? What does an IT manager, what do a university chancellor, what do a university owner or a college owner gets? They get to deliver a Wi-Fi experience which is completely customized. Now you want to split users from students to staff to probably management to also probably the guardians who come to visit their kids. You can now customize any number of times between what you create with Quantum Collab. You can now use the same interfaces to push out internal and external communication. You want to run ads. You got an engineering college, you want to run ads for your medical college, or you want to come on kind of discuss or push out an advertisement for a fest which is coming in. There's a music fest which a university is organizing. You can now use this internal platform of Collab to use internal and external communications as well. Probably you can run ads and also make money out of it, which was never an option. Monetization of Wi-Fi services. We are all about making sure your IT infrastructure, which you specifically when you buy it out of Quantum, we want to make sure that it should be able to do something for you. Whether you want to implement it or not, it's your call. But this is something which we definitely want you to realize, that now we can do a system of this kind, that every student, yes, you charge them a heavy IT fee, you are liable to give them so. How much? But shouldn't you be able to control that 50 GB a month is a significant amount of data which is given to a user, to a student? Why not charge them after 50 GB? Why not give them a system which can say, okay, fine, take it at probably $10, $20, whatever might be the cost, but just the cost to that. So IT expenditure, which was just supposed to remain as a basic necessity, can also become a money-making machine for you. You have got 5,000 users. Do the math. You got revenues coming in all across the place. In 2 years, you got your quantum investment back in your pocket. So why consider quantum? We give you the best price to performance ratio. That's guaranteed. You run our access points. People, I see a lot of people who have already used and deployed our access point. You know what we are talking about. Super scalable solution. You have got now a system which does not let you stop. Does not let your customer stop because no, you want to change the controller. I do not have the money. You say, please keep on buying access point. Perpetual controller license, gentlemen, this is going to change the entire thing. There is no cost of any management for life for a client, even if they do not renew their support costs, even if they don't, even after the warranty part. And lastly, easy and simple manageability 24/7. So we have got just the right 4 points for making A, an IT manager's life much more easier. B, a solution provider like you or a consultant like you who gives a solution which ticks the right check boxes only, not the wrong ones. We've got we've got customers to back it up. Education being a very entry level thing. We just started off our education with our first education win with a big school, very large school in Bangalore, where they're using it for student and staff Wi-Fi. Come to other verticals, we have got retail. Health and Glow has got about 194 stores deployed with us. That does not happen just by a chance. We've got a complete explanation of what we did at Health and Glow on our retail webinar. So you would want to know that. Hospitality, we've got hotels live with us. Radisson Hotels is using our access points. We replaced Ruckus and Cisco there, which were existing deployments there. So they tell everybody how to deploy what they are asked to, but we are now running their networks in the corporate office, and we would be going further. Healthcare, again, we've got multiple hospitals which are deployed with us. We've got education, which I just shared. We've got government, we've got NDMC as a client, which is a very big reference in northern part of the country, India. China Telecom is using there in their data center in Delhi. Indian Railways are using it for their townships. So we've got clients across all verticals coming in, and where we have gone up against the big guns. These are not the wins against the smaller players. So we've got players like IndiCube. We've got about 600 access points of Aruba deployed. They just started switching over to Quantum after a month of POC. So wherever we have done a major replacement of a large OEM, we have done POCs lasting for more than a month. And in a month, you crack. If you do not have the balls to actually stand up to a client's requirement, you crack. We didn't, and we got our orders. So that's exactly what Quantum stands for. And this is what we deliver when we talk about a customer-centric, customer-led approach, which has ensured that we have given functionality which make them very easy. So I'm done with my presentation slides. What I would do is I will quickly go through the Q&As. We've got some Q&As which have been raised by some of our attendees. I'll just quickly go through it, and then we'll move on to ACE and Secure. So please, we will love to get into this discussion further. So we got Mr. Chidambra asking us, in the lockdown situation, what is your work from home solution? Now, a work from home solution, basically as a Wi-Fi organization, there is not, I'll be very honest about it, there is no specific thing right now, but we can give you a reliable wireless and a management system which ensures that your access point which you hand over to your employees can be managed in the same way it would have managed in your office. We've got Mr. Ajit asking a question regarding QNO 230 on the Ethernet. Does it support PoE out? If yes, no, it does not support PoE out, Ajit, but probably in the next version of the product, that could be a discussion, but not right now. I hope you have addressed. I've got Santosh asking us, this device support different VLANs and SSID? I'll just show it to you even on my app. That's that's very much there. We've got any site survey tool available? No, right now there is no quantum branded site survey tool available. We still do an on-site survey. You can reach out to our distributors locally who are available in your regions who can help you with the units, and they can help you with the live sizing as well. Nitin Sharma here asks us, what is the maximum bandwidth transfer capacity for a single 300 MB? So maximum bandwidth transfer capacity for us is 1.1 Gbps on both the bands. If you got a single band device on 2.4, it goes to 300 Mbps if it's a 2x2 client. If you got a 2x2 5 GHz client, it goes up to 867 Mbps of speed. So I hope this answers. Nitin, are there VLAN? Obviously, VLAN support is again something which is very much possible. Fantabulous question. I was about to ask, put it up myself. Chidambra, thanks for asking. Chidambra asked us, what happens when the internet goes down? Do the authentication keep happening? The answer is yes, they do. We have managed, that is exactly what I was telling you when I was talking about technologies. Rudder and QNOS need not to be connected 100% of the time. So even if there are downtimes in between, it is generally a health check and sync of configuration. When there is a change, they cannot do it. What if the internet goes down and we are not able to connect quantum radar? Yes, you are not able to connect. You will be able to connect to quantum radar. The access point will not be able to. You will only lose manageability during that period. That's it. But the users will be able to authenticate, onboard, go out without any challenge. The functionality is not going to stop for an access point. If during the disconnection you add a user in quantum secure, yes, that will not work. I'll be very honest in saying that. It needs to be connected when you add a user, so that it just tells the access point that this is Abhijit Poddar is now added. He's got these MAC address, paste it to the access point. It goes to everything. We got Ram Prasad asking us, what is the max number of devices that can be connected per access point? Like I said, 200 goes up to 35 clients, 220 goes up to 70 clients, QNO outdoor access point goes up to 60, 70 clients, and our QNH220 goes about 20, 25 clients, honestly. The in-room access point. Okay, so we have Mayur Shah. Yes, can we integrate AD authentication? Not right now on the cloud version, not right now, but we are coming out with this. Raghuraj asked us, do you have Wi-Fi 6 access points? No, not currently. We are bringing them out probably sometime next quarter. Mayur, Office 365 integration can be done through our collab solutions. We can bring in a .1x authentication, which works with an Office 365 and even with an Active Directory. So if you have any customer who looks for a specific authentication type, do let us know. We can either directly through Quantum or Quantum Collab platform, we will give you the answer. Okay, Ajit asks us, does it support application category URL filtering? We are not getting into that particular application level or category filtering level right now. We are launching our SD-WAN routers. Probably we'll be doing a webinar on that in 2 weeks time, wherein we will be doing everything right from traffic shaping to traffic analysis. Everything will be done through our SD-WAN routers. That is not something, a load which we are giving our access points directly. Does it support load balancing? Right now, no. Ram Prasad asks us that if a class has 60 to 70 users, then what is the solution? If 60 to 70 users, depends on are they actually doing an application of a video or a data? If it's a data, 220 will take care of it without any challenges, not without blinking an eye. Ram Prasad asked one more question: how does the interference is taken care of? So we have got our own channelization and transmit power control, which we have ensured to make sure that the interference is well managed. saying that there is no technology currently available on the planet which says that I take care of interference completely. We can avoid it to a very large extent, but we cannot eliminate it. At least I'll be very blunt in saying that I do not want to give you a false promise that we take care of all interference. Yes, we do take care of Wi-Fi interferences, 2.45 gigahertz interferences, but to a certain extent. I hope I've answered your question well, Vancouver. Nitin, you said good question. So Nitin, when I said 1.1 Gbps, it was a consolidated throughput of an access point on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz radio. On one band for one client at one point of time, they can go up to 867 on 5.8 gigahertz. For 2.4 clients, they can go up to 300 Mbps. It is dependent on the client device, not on the access point. When there are multiple clients connected, in a nanosecond of the time, it is only one client which is communicating. If RF communication is known to you, you know only one device and one client talks. Darshana asks us on-prem controller availability. That is now available. We are formally launching it. We were planning to launch it during this quarter, but that's gotten a little push due to all these lockdown and the situation we are in. But yes, we are quoting in projects where they're asking us for an on-prem controller. We will be able to deliver it in next 2 months timeline maximum. Hope Darshana have addressed it. Thanks, Ram Prasad. Suraj, we got okay. We got a question. What is the max number of SSIDs and VLANs we can configure or it's supposed? See, number of SSIDs are not dependent on the management platform. It at the end of the day, it goes on to the access point level. An access point physically can only transmit 8 and 8 on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So probably when we practically say that is the maximum number of 16 is the maximum number of SSIDs which any access point can actually transmit. Okay. I hope I've answered your question, Suraj. So if you have any. Mesh is right now not a possibility with Quantum. We are shifting our technology to the open mesh, which is the new technology getting launched by IEEE. We are going towards that, and that's going to take the entire thing to the next level. Okay. Vivek, IoT is a whole ocean. So I'll give you a quick example. BLE beacons are something which can be used to sense a device near that access point. So the moment you connect a Bluetooth BLE beacon, it can sense a client and it can set in a IoT controller to set in some action on that. You would need an IoT controller to get and take care of all that stuff. We are just the facilitator in the communication method. That's it. I'll be sorry about my honesty. I'm blunt about what exactly is in our control and what is not. Sumendra asks, does it have a repeater mode? No, it does not. We have an enterprise access point. Enterprise access point do mesh, which we are coming out again with a new technology altogether. So I think we have answered about 30 odd questions, and there are a lot of people who have been waiting for our demo for the ACE. So without waiting further ado, we shift on to my phone now. Now this particular access point management network app basically is an interface to the rudder. It's not a standalone app. It is an I just will answer this last question. We do not have point-to-point solutions, Suraj. We are a Wi-Fi access point manufacturing organization. All right. Thank you. Please raise all your queries for the Quantum ACE demo going further. So now we have got all the sites visible on one side. We have got devices. How many devices are up? How many devices are down? Just on a glimpse. Clients tell you the band utilization across the network. What number of devices are using 2.4 band? What number of devices are using 5 gigahertz band? So you get an idea of how the band utilization is happening. So somebody asks, what about Wi-Fi 6? You will be amazed to know that 60% of the clients still work on 2.4 and Wi-Fi 6 doesn't work on 2.4. So that answers a lot of things why we are also kind of pushing Wi-Fi 6 on a little back foot. Now these sites which I said, these can now be on a single location. It can be an education like boys hostel, girls hostel, and an academic block and a library. These four sites can be within a campus, or these can be across the globe anywhere. So you go into the sites, this is where it gets really interesting. Now the icons which you see, green, red, and the people heads which you see, tells you the green icon tells you the number of access points which are online, the number of access points in red tell you the offline, and the last number tells you the clients which are connected. Obviously, due to lockdown, there is nobody on most of the sites. So this is one of the client sites which I am accessing. Just yeah. So now we are now into a site. So now I can create an SSID if I want to create. All I have to do, make it intuitive. If I have to create something, I need to click on plus. Where do I find a plus? Right top. Right at the top of your eye, you see a plus button, you create an SSID. Now the features which you are going to see now are something which are a little off and a little more intuitive with us. You control when do you turn off an access SSID on or off. Some people still like to hide their broadcast signal, so you can hide your SSID if you want. Client isolation pretty much eliminates that any client within an access point is not able to communicate with each other. Radio control. Now on just the tap, I can select this SSID will get broadcasted just on 2.4 or both the bands or probably just 5. So the radio button which I select ensures that this SSID is just broadcasted on that particular band, nothing else. Now, internet freeze. Now this is a very beautifully executed functionality which is used by multiple clients with multiple facades of their own personal experience. So now people are now using it for probably computer labs. Now computer lab, you have now in colleges, they got their own laptops. They bring in their laptop, they straight away go on cloud. They're able to log into the LAN access as well as the internet. Now you can make sure that when you log into a computer lab, you only use the LAN resources by just turning this on. A development scenario in an enterprise, if you want a development network to stay offline, no user to go online, you can just enable this to ensure all the users on that particular SSID are unable to go on the internet. Rate limiting. Now, we have implemented rate limiting in a very different way. Now, you take an example that you've got a 100 Mbps pipe for your complete campus. You want to keep 20 Mbps just for your management and 80 for your students. When you do rate limiting on a network, it does not allow you to keep a maximum pipe. You need to put it up on your firewall, right? So now with Quantum, you can say that 80 Mbps, let's say this is a student SSID. 80 Mbps is the maximum rate limiting which it will go peak at. So if there is one student, he'll get 8 Mbps. If there are 80 students, they'll get 1 Mbps each. So it uses the same pipe and crushes entire network into that particular pipe only. It does not let it expand or burst it. Okay. So you have got different guest access, hotspot, whatever you want to create. Gentlemen who were asking me about the VLAN, you can even put it here. You can just put it here and put all this VLAN. Now, I'm not saving this because this is the client side, but now you are seeing the total number of clients which are connected here, right? If I want to edit something here, all I have to do is swipe left. Again, the same page, I can do the complete configuration. Now, I said something in my initial slide of Advantage Quantum easy deployment, right? How do I make it easy? Let me show it to you. So I've got this access point of mine, which I want to make live. How do I make a network live? Now, all you have to do is just go into the devices. Now you've got 50 access points stacked up right in front of you. You simply say, click on, you want to add a device, you click on plus, right? Pre-provision is a method which we use when you have got DHCP on the network. When you do not have a DHCP, you click on onboard and give a standard IP. So pre-provision straight away opens your camera. Now we've got our camera here. What I do is bring in the barcode which is available and voila. I've got the serial number, I've got the MAC address right here. Now, one good thing we did, do you see? You see total device, 1. You keep on scanning these barcodes, let it be 50, let it be 100. Keep on going, click on pre-provision. Now what do? You don't send in your engineers. The guy who was doing your cabling, send those 50 boxes to him and say, deploy it where you were deploying it. That's it. The guy goes there, plugs it in, it boots up, goes to the cloud, says, okay, I'm part of academic block. Academic block, it picks up the SSID configuration, whichever you have configured in this particular site, and it goes live in 3 minutes. If it's a firmware upgrade as well, it goes live in 5 minutes. Now the cabling guy does not have to wait around till that time. He goes tick, moves to the next, goes tick, next. So you can have a 50 AP deployment done within 1 hour without your engineer even putting a step into the campus quickly. That's how we make it easy. Now, we were also talking about how do we make sure we secure your devices to a certain level. Now, let's say this particular access point got stolen. You click on this, go on the right top, report stolen. It's done. It's done. There's nothing else which you have to do. If the access point even is rebooted by somebody during that time when you have done it, it will then not get reconfigured or reactivated after that because it gets blacklisted with us. Okay. Now, clients is where it gets really interesting. Now you can see what is the time since every client is connected, what is the data usage which they're doing on LAN or WAN. And on top of it, if let's say somebody is using 500 megs of data, he shouldn't be on a lockdown, right? I only have an option as an OEM, I mean the other OEMs, to either block or disconnect, nothing else. Now, with Quantum, you get the typical block and disconnect, but now what you get in addition is block internet. Now, block internet gives you a functionality to freeze only specific people's internet. Now, we could be 5 people sitting, and I am the one who's a bandwidth hogger. The IT manager sitting at home can simply see that this Abhijit guy is using the maximum data. Let me just freeze the internet. He's in office, right? He needs his development server. He has the access on LAN. So now I do not get internet access and I speak to 4 of the other guys and say, is your internet working? They say, yes. Oh, probably it might be my problem. So now I'm able to contain internet like no other way. Now you see these different profiles. I can customize a complete profile by saying that every day, like I've done it at my home. My home, I've created something called a kids time. Now kids time is like my daughter should not get internet access on her devices from 4 to 7, which is her play hour or study time. All I have to do is I'll just show it to you. So I say kids time, so done, submit. And I've got my kids time. So now I'll not do it, apply it on the user, but all I have to do is click on this and click on confirm. The internet stopped within 5 seconds. If you do it until release, it will stop the internet within 5 seconds. So a client, a funny incident, a client said, I want to test your system, how efficiently it does it work. So he held his phone, and froze his internet on the laptop. He clicked on freeze and did a refresh. It did not open Google. He unfreezed and clicked on F5 immediately and it refreshed. So it has been now tested by clients to a level like no other. So we have now managed to make sure that we have given client control like no other OEM has ever given just by Wi-Fi. I'm not talking about firewalling. Now I was talking something about diagnostics, right? You generally get a call. The nature of a call is, gentlemen, your Wi-Fi is not working, period. Or gentlemen, your Wi-Fi is slow. I don't know why is it slow. We've got 100 megs coming in, but your Wi-Fi is still running. So kindly, please send in a guy to have a look at it. So what if I say, just hold that guy for just 120 seconds. Let him have a look at the site on his phone. What does he do? Do you see this health right at the bottom? You click on this, the app goes into the site and logs in into the access point to check whether the internet is established. It is. All right. First, rule of elimination, guys. You eliminate that, okay, fine, the internet is working. No, he's saying it's running slow. How do I come to know? The customer is not giving me a remote. When you click on this internet help button, it does a complete upload of a file and a download of a file with an access point. Takes about 3 to 4 minutes and it comes back to you with a result of what exactly is the upload and the download speed which is available. We'll not wait around for that, and I'll show you a quick screenshot of that, how it comes out. So it gives you a simple functionality of checking whether a site has got internet, or when a client is saying that your Wi-Fi is running slow, you can go back and just send in a screenshot saying, can you just check your internet on the LAN, please? So you know what exactly is the problem. Thirdly, 99.99% engineer, the first aid thing which an engineer does after going to a site is rebooting an access point. Simple. So we just used 10 seconds of our analysis on the app, right? Third thing, I reboot an access point sitting here. Now this access point is almost about 1500 kilometers away from me. If I click on this orange button right now, the access point reboots there. So now we have checked the internet connectivity, internet speed, the access point cache status, whether it is cleared or not, or is it just a small caching issue due to which an access point might misbehave. Everything is now connected. Now, when you have got multiple, I'm extremely sorry, my phone is a little acting up since yesterday. So what happens is when you are, okay, let me show you. Yeah, let's take a site with a more number of devices. Now, if I see that these two devices are down and I see both of them are on the same floor. Now, as an engineer who has done a design of the network, I know both of these are connected to a single switch. What if the engineer can take a call before going to the site saying, let me just carry a switch just in case if it's not an access point related problem, it's a switch related problem. I save you one round trip to the site. My job as a Wi-Fi OEM is done to make sure your diagnostic process is much more faster, right? So you are able to now reboot an access point. You are able to now control your internet bandwidth utilization. You are able to freeze internet on an SSID. You are able to freeze internet for a user base. And we have not even gotten started with our full-fledged controller functionality. So this app just does 90% of your day-to-day operation. That is what we say. Day-to-day operations, 90% applications will happen through your app. We will go into the rudder while setting up the network for the first time. We want to do that VLAN configurations. We want to do guest creation. Talking about guest networks. Guest networks can be very efficiently created. Now I want to create a splash portal. I can, again, what do we click when we want to create something? Click on plus, right? So we got this. So let's say it's my birthday today. And the company has got a policy that they put up a photograph of the guy whose birthday it is. So now I can simply click a photograph and paste it right there. Pronto. I want to, let's say some people, some companies have got, they want to show their fest photographs, right? So I can now put in images immediately from a photo gallery, or I'm just clicking some random click, which you can just keep on adding as banners and just save it, and this goes live. So now you are now controlling your guest access. Access code creation as well can also be done right from here. So you've got every functionality which you need on a day-to-day basis on this app. And this does pretty much everything which any client would want. I would love to take some questions, or I'll just finish off the secure part as well so that we can conclude the entire session. What do you say, guys? Should we? I don't see any questions right now. I just see a question for Wi-Fi survey tool, which we do not have right now, but probably will be very soon coming out with it. Okay, so moving on. So what we'll do is I will now show you the rudder interface, and we will just talk about Quantum Secure. So a detailed deep dive would happen probably with a technical session. So if you are interested in that, I can give you a separate invite where we dive into a complete deep dive of each and everything of a complete know-how, how to use ACE, how to use rudder, how to efficiently make sure that you have got a better control. Oh, we got a, oh, there are a lot of people coming in. Great. It's a good thing. We will plan a session as early as probably today itself. We'll set up a session for you guys. You've got a plan for today. I'll send in an invite. And extremely sorry, last week we could not conduct the session. I'll send out an invite to everybody who had even asked for a training last week. So let's talk about secure. I think we've got good enough responses. If there is anybody who wants to put in a response, I'll keep this poll open for all of you. So now what we do with secure is as simple as creating a user group. Now user group basically talks about, I am extremely sorry. Okay, so now you can create groups wherein say you can have management, faculty, students, testing, sales department, or anything. All you have to do is create users, which is obviously with high security comes a higher responsibility. You can create a user wherein you can simply put in details of a user, email address. The key point here is selecting the user group. So I say quantum network. If let's say I'm creating for myself, I put in a user ID, I put in a password for myself. I give a validity. Now validity can be, if let's say I'm an engineering student, I've got a 4-year, I say it is for 1300 days. Now what we can also do, a lot of customers have got, they change passwords. They say we've got a policy of changing our password every 3 months. The logic behind this is to revalidate whether everybody is in sync or not. The users who are not supposed to be on the network, are they out or not? What we have done is we have enabled the very same functionality without having to go through the torture of resetting it for everybody. You say re-authenticate after every, let's say 30 days. Simple. Authorization, you say Abhijit, so I say iPhone, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I say the operating system allowed to me is iOS only. This is the personal device. That's it. Create one more, and I say laptop. I say this is Mac, and this is official, and that's it. You save this, and it's done. We are creating an import tool mechanism where users will be able to add Macs via Excel file as well. So they can randomizely generate a username, password, and upload a field rather than creating and filling this sheet completely. If you've got any questions for this, so we'll definitely love to take this up. Now, how do we use this? This is even more interesting. So we've got these global configurations. So let's talk about a college campus. where you've got 5 buildings within the complete campus, right? Now I say I create a global SSID of college. Okay, college is the SSID. I select quantum secure as the authentication method. What does it do? It opens up my user groups. I say students are allowed across all the global SSID across all the campuses, right? And quantum networks and management. These are the only 3 user sets which are allowed on a global SSID across all sites. Because students, hostels are not needed by staffs. Staff is not needed. So you can now select which user group accesses what SSID, just like that. And all you have to do is click on submit and you're done. So you have created an SSID and probably it would have started to broadcast where exactly the site is located. So secure is going to break the way you have been managing security till now, and very efficiently doing so. So we would love to know if you have any queries regarding this, because that would be all from the secure part of it. I do not want to make it too tiresome for you guys to get into something which is too goddamn technical. So I would love to have a small feedback from you guys, and I'll wait for all your queries. Thank you. So Abhay Gupta, you said a sentence that you need a link to the webinar. Once we upload it on our YouTube channel, you will get a link directly on your email. Hope you have entered the email address correctly, because some people entered it wrongly and some mails bounced back the last time. Nageshwar Rao, like we said, right now we are doing a physical survey, not a site survey. Ram Prasad, you can reach out to the team to fix up a one-to-one session as well. If people are interested in fixing up one-to-one training sessions, please reach out to your regional managers, or you can reach out to me. I can align you with my regional managers who can do a one-to-one session for you and your complete team, sales and technical both. And we are launching our classroom program. Classroom program is going live next week, which is going to give you the certification for sales and pre-sales people. People who will be doing certifications will be getting some goodies once the lockdown is over. But yes, we are planning to launch that next week. So probably the first test would be up by 27. So classroom.quantumnet.com. Every one of you who has attended these webinars will be getting a private invitation to joining it, and it will also help you in your partnership tier level within Quantum, which is going to give you some amazing backends. So for all that, you can come back and reach out to us. Ramsad, you've got a website. Like I said, we don't get into the traffic. We don't open up the packets right now. We are leaving that for the SD-WAN router. So we're making space for another product of ours. I hope I have answered your question. So product presentation, you will be redirected to our product page right now. The moment you finish end this meeting, you can have a look at it. Product presentation, once we start interacting directly face to face or through direct meetings through my business development team, you will get all the details. Chidambaram, we do not have any external antennas right now. We have all got internal antennas. All right, gentlemen, thanks a lot. I will keep the question answer window open, but I'll switch off my video. If there are still any questions which you want, you can just put in on a chat or put in the Q&A. We'd love to take all your queries. Thanks a lot for taking out time tonight, sorry, today, and thanks a lot. I took a little extra time today, but it was a good interactive session. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. See you next week. Townships and co-living spaces. Interesting one. And we sign off. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for your time. Oh, we got some more questions. Oh, we did suddenly got some more questions. Okay. Right. So we've got, does multiple SSID affect performance? No, not at all. Traffic? No. Bandwidth? No, it does not. Sandeep, I hope you have answered your question. Suraj, quantum wireless authentication support OTP? Yes, it does. And it also supports everything, the ones which work in the local countries as well. So even in India, we've got local SMS providers which work so that the messages don't get blocked under DND. So I'll just keep the window on because it just was about to end the session and we've got about 3, 4 questions seeping in. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thanks a lot for your time.